All right, well, it's a little bit past 9 here, so we've got about 22 minutes to the opening bell. All right, so as we're sitting here this morning, we've already had some great action, and I've already crossed the daily goal and then fell back below it, but it's not really that big of a deal. NRSN, nice spike right here from 256 all the way to 483, $2 a share. Can't complain about that. Caught most of that move and then gave back a little profit in the churn here and gave back about 800 trying to buy this dip off VWAP, which ended up breaking. I kind of thought we might get a bottoming tail there, but it broke. So right now, NRSN is below VWAP, but it's still holding up at 40+%, almost 50% on the day, which is pretty good, 48%. So we'll see how it does as the day goes on. Right now, this is a pretty classic bear flag, a drop and sideways consolidation. Some people might buy for a curl back to VWAP, but you've got the wind against you by taking that kind of trade. Revlon is hitting the scanners right now. This one, a number of traders have talked about and been interested in over the last few days. I'm not really one of them. I've just found it to be a little too choppy. So I'm not interested in that one. RDBX, I took a small loss of $167 on this in this pop. Jumped on, but it pulled back, so I didn't trade that one super well. And the leading gappers REVB at $1.42. So this one is too cheap and is not holding up super well. By the way, those tuning in on YouTube for the morning show, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll put a link for you to watch the replay of yesterday's class on day trading in a bear market. So we do have a replay available for that you guys can check out, which I think you'll enjoy. The class was terrific. It was about 2 hours long. We started at 1 o'clock and we were finished by like 3:15. Did a little Q&A at the end. So you could pretty much watch the bulk of the class in 2 hours. So solid class yesterday, good study group. Thanks for those who attended as always. And for those that watched, I hope you got a lot out of it. And I'll have another topic for another study group at some point soon. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, in the meantime, right now, this morning, 20 minutes to the opening bell, and things are, aside from Revlon popping up here, which I don't really want to jump on that train, things are slowing down a little bit. So I think the game plan is probably going to be to watch to see whether or not NRSN holds up. I'm not happy that it pulled back as much as it did. So then we talked about that. This is like, word for word what I said in the class yesterday. You either jump in quick on these or you miss the whole move. And on NRSN, I jumped in quick. And if I'd waited for the first 5-minute pullback, you got a 5-minute false breakout. I mean, we're not getting continuation. We're not getting sustained moves. We're getting moves, which is good. It's better than nothing, but they're not sustaining super well. So we've got to be able to kind of, hit a couple of these. And today's, all things considered, a nearly $5,000 green day. So I should probably remind you guys, in case you didn't know, my results are not typical and trading is risky and there's no guarantee you'll find success, whether you learn from your trade on your own. So take it slow. But this is where I sit on the day, and I'm pleased with that. It's the last day of June. So we're closing up what has been the 6th month of trading in a bear market. I'm in the green. I haven't looked at where my P&L sits right now, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'll import my trades tomorrow and I'll do a June month in review. So we'll do a nice little review of that. And yeah, overall market gapping down today. So overall momentum working against us a bit. Yes, certainly. When we start, one of the nice things about trading in a bear market is that you can get some pretty intense relief bounces. And that's what we got 2 weeks ago right there. And that's what we got last week right here, this relief bounce. And it's, one of the risks of trading in the bull market is that you can get some of these bear raids where you get this sort of panic flush, a couple big red candles. And those can obviously be, significant. So, right now during the bear market, the one thing we have going for us are occasionally some nice, strong relief bounces. But we're not on that today. But when we start, what I'm going to be looking for is the market to double bottom and for the market to begin a very clear and obvious stair stepping back up. And, it's going to take some time for that pattern to form. And I'm not going to expect really that that's going to happen like next week. But when we start to see it, I'll start to be aggressive and I'll start talking more about how to capitalize on a rebounding price action from bear market to bull market. The funny thing about being in a bear market or whatever is that you can have, like these periods where the market's recovering. And so like long-term investors, if you went into the market, like right here, you're still red right here. But those who are active, this whole rebound is really great for trading. So as soon as we start to base out off the low and move back up, we're in really good shape. But, that can take time. All right, so 15 minutes to the opening bell. So no trades right now during the morning show. Nothing really tradable or super actionable at the moment. One of the things that I was emphasizing yesterday is how important I think it is for you guys out there to be practicing during a bear market, because if you can prepare yourself during this market, if you can take this as the time that you're paying your dues, you're in the trenches, you're trading in the simulator, and you can find success in the simulator, you are doing a really good job setting a strong foundation for the future. Because trading a bear market is more difficult than trading in a bull market, and these are cycles that we go through. So this is an opportunity during this bear market cycle for you to spend time focusing on studying. The price action I'm seeing on NRSN feels like a lot of selling, and I'm trying to understand how there can be so much selling on this. And it makes me wonder, when you see this type of price action, whether or not we're going to see something about selling shares on the open market or something like that. I'm not sure, but it just feels like there's a lot of selling now. There is some absorption of those shares on the bid. There's a hidden buyer right now at 4, for instance, but then there's a large seller at 404. So that that large seller could be trying to convince people to sell, hit the bid, and fill a hidden buy order that's at 4. And then maybe when that order gets filled, the sell order will disappear and you get a pop back up. Right? That's one way to look at it. See, did you notice how that order just kind of disappeared? It's very tricky. So these are the games that we see played. And the more you watch, the more you see them happening, the better you'll get at being able to identify them and spot opportunities. So there was an opportunity right there. I didn't trade it. I don't usually like to trade stocks that have this type of behavior going on. I just makes me a little unsure. Don't really know what's going on. So I'm just going to hold tight for now. We need to get back over volume weight average price, but definitely someone absorbed some shares at 4. So VWAP is at 429. But as we come back up to this level, we're running into some of these resistance points. Descending resistance. Right, I agree with that, Jorge. Yeah, you're right. All right, so we've got about 12 minutes to the opening bell. So we're coming up to resistance. Revlon popped up, pulled back. RPID, Rapid Microsystems, Biosystems. Third leading gapper at 36% gain. A little hard to tell. Pre-market high is 449. That's when you got that pop from 320 up to there. Been kind of curling as it's coming back up. It is on short sale restriction, but it is easy to borrow. Kind of a funny combination there. ASPN up 33%, pulling back. Mark, 50-cent stock. RPID. Watching the level 2 on it. Dip at 58. Watch through 68 and 78. So I do a starter and then I can add over 68. Green on the tape, not moving, flat, $38 winner. It should move faster than that. Acquisition offer but not accepted. Interesting. It's at $5 a share. Well, $38. It's fine. So you see that dip back down there to 395. So this is resistance at the volume weighted average price, rolling over, pulling back. So we know that this is probably out of play. It tried to break VWAP, couldn't do it. It's below it. So with 8 minutes to the opening bell, I think the game plan this morning will be to watch scanners and see if anything starts to hold up. maybe we'll see some action. We've already gotten some action today. Maybe that's the best we get. Maybe we get a little bit more. We'll see. So that's the game plan right now. Going to manage risk, keep it tight, try to keep the 4,800 as much of it as I can in my pocket. But if we do see some good opportunities, I can try to take a couple more trades. All right, so that's the game plan. Reminder as always for those tuning in on Facebook and YouTube that trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money, so manage your risk and trade cautiously. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning. We'll finish off the week with the morning show starting around 9:15.